Yeah. Hi, Abel. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah. So this is our episode 2 of you moving from Kenya to Hungary, and
hmm
from our last episode, you guys already in Hungary. Yeah. So today we're going to look at the culture shocks, just environmental changes, how things looked like, how different is Hungary from Kenya. Yeah. So big story.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you again for this another moment and time. For sure, if you move in a new place, of course, you have to expect culture shocks. And to start with,
Mm-hmm.
there are several stages across that just cover what is a culture shock.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, as they call it, is honeymoon. Honeymoon is that point when you've arrived in a new place
Yeah.
and then you are just anxious about everything.
Yeah, and so excited.
So excited, from wherever
Yeah,
you came from, you had your own expectations.
yeah,
And then you land in the new place, and then
yeah,
during a short period of arrival, then you are like, I expected this to be like this, and
yeah,
yeah, if you are very anxious, you want to know how do the roads look like, how do their buildings look like, how do even these people, their lifestyles. So you are very anxious, so it is kind of honeymoon, you feeling excited, you are high, you are hyped.
yeah.
Yeah, and that is normal. So yeah, it happens to everyone. So I landed here and I was like, wow, I had my own pre-imagined
Yeah.
scenario of how I will find this country like. And yeah, mostly
Uh-huh.
them matched. And I was like, okay, yeah, these have met my expectations. I expected this country to be exactly different from my own country
Uh-huh.
in terms of infrastructure, in terms of their transport system, in terms of, many areas of development. And then I was like, yeah, wow.
Uh-huh.
First of all, it is not easy in this capital to see like untarmacked road. There
Uh-huh.
isn't. Then
Oh.
so many options of the public transport system, which is very improved, and
Yeah.
yeah, it is so nice. So you are
Mm,
like, wow, yeah.
mm,
Now these are things that you are not used to.
yeah.
And now for that period, you feel, yeah, these are your expectations until the realities start to hit you now.
Yeah.
When you move to the next stage of culture shock, that is kind of uncertainty or doubt. Other people will
Mm-hmm.
call it the rejection phase,
Mm-hmm.
whereby now you start now realizing that there are realities on ground.
Yeah.
Like you start knowing, the meals are not the same as you are used to.
Yeah.
You start understanding, oh, I'm still like, you are getting some homesick, you are missing home, you are
Mm-hmm.
not within the people that you are used to.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a short period of time when you are feeling hyped about everything, but now
Yeah.
the happiness, the anxiety starts to droop low and you don't
Yeah.
have it anymore. So you start
Yeah.
thinking, these meals that you are used to back home, there isn't here. You are eating some other stuff. You
Yeah.
don't even understand what is this. You taste
Yeah.
something and you're like, no, I cannot eat this. But you cannot even find that what you want.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
example, you find like we are used to gali and sukuma wiki.
Mm-hmm.
You come here and even you can't even tell a mzungu you want sukuma wiki. Like, what is sukuma wiki now?
Yeah.
What is ugali? What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
Yeah.
And we go to the glossaries and we start
Uh-huh.
looking for whatever we want, because
Yeah.
understanding, again, language is an issue,
Yeah.
especially here. They don't speak English, they have their own language, which is Hungarian.
Mm-hmm.
So it's finding someone who speaks English here so that you may understand each other is such a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So we just get to the supermarket, they are all labeled in Hungarian. So like
Oh, hell
me-
no. Yeah.
instead of purchasing a simple mineral water, you purchase carbonated water, and
Yeah.
it cannot quench your thirst. You are like,
What's not happening?
what is not happening? We go to the glossaries and now we start looking, using our eyes to identify whether we can see something familiar.
Yeah.
You go there, you see something like skumawiki, but again, you don't understand what kind of a skumawiki is this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And without knowing the procedure, actually, you plug out the leaves, and then you
Yeah.
pack them, and you go to pay, and then you are
You
told no,
really?
it is not. It is not like this. We don't do it here like that. And then you feel the embarrassment. You are like, these people even can't let me, and I thought I have got something here. That is
Yeah.
even food for the, I don't know, for the rabbits, or it is for what. So it's-
It's
the
total
realities,
confusion.
yes, the
Yeah.
realities are hitting you really hard. You are like, oh my god, what kind of a place did I come actually? And
Yeah.
wow, so you feel that kind of a rejection. You enter the
Yeah.
trams and you understand, like, we guys with this strong and beautiful melanin,
Mm-hmm.
we don't sit well with some of our brothers on the other side of the world.
Okay. Yeah.
So you sit in the trams, you sit in the buses, and no one sits next to you. You know,
Oh no.
they better stand until the end of the journey. And even
Wait.
if it is a hard person or what,
Is it that strong?
it happens.
Hell no. I thought, I thought we guys are living in such a century where guys are so exposed. The internet is there. I didn't expect it to be that strong.
Oh my God. And I'm telling you, here it is better. There are other places and other countries where they will openly tell you or openly dislike you.
Yeah.
But yeah, they will just keep a distance. Someone will move a step away, or yeah, just far from you, and then you will realize, okay, of course, it is just who I am. It is because I'm man of
Yeah.
the color, and
Yeah.
and and it is not a problem because they are not doing anything to you. It is just a psychological issue that you can overlook and
Mm-hmm.
move on with life. But
Mm-hmm.
then we understand. We understand. We are like, oh, even if you find a empty seat next to someone, you fear to sit there because you will make them uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
So
how that
when they
feels.
find you are the one seated, they won't sit next to you even if the seat is empty, and
They'll
even
rather
they might
stand.
not sit around you. Someone may choose just to stand the end of
Oh,
the journey.
oh,
And now you start seeing how the realities are, like the simple manners that we are taught back in Africa,
yeah, yeah,
whereby you have to respect the elders. So if
yeah,
I see an elder who is standing and I'm seated, I will
mm,
just stand and instead just offer them the seat.
yeah.
They won't accept. They
They
won't.
don't want to sit there.
You stand and you offer them just such a simple gesture. They cannot. I don't know. I don't know. They think we leave our color on those seats or kind of a thing. I don't understand. But these are the
Mm-hmm.
realities now, the uncertainties and the
Yeah,
doubts in the
yeah.
stages of culture shock.
Uh,
But then you go to the next step after during all these, which is adaptation. Now you start getting adapted
yeah, you get
to
used
the
to it.
environment. You get used to the environment.
Mm.
Now here is
Wait,
when the
just give me a moment. Before you
yes.
even, no, we are not living racism without calling it out. Wait, wait. I think I talked about this with a few of, I think it was my sisters or somebody. And I
Mm,
told them people in the diaspora, they really endure so much bullshit.
mhm,
And we guys have to work like five more times just to prove ourselves compared to the
mhm,
other person, you know? But what really hurts me is I don't really get it because
mhm,
I don't get it. And I don't know
mhm,
what's wrong with these guys because
mhm.
we've come such a long way. Mpaka saa hizi, they still don't understand. We guys are just humans.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just but we have some melanin in us. That's what makes us different.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me, were you able to call out anyone?
You know, not really,
Uh-huh.
because this is for my own interpretation, so I cannot accuse them of anything. I cannot really say they did not sit next to me because I'm
Yeah,
black.
yeah.
Perhaps someone likes to
No,
stand. I
no,
don't know
no,
them.
no, no, no. We can't. No, we can't assume. The truth is, we can't assume. Okay, we can't assume, but that's the reality. They just didn't
Y-
sit next to you because of the color effect. That's the truth. That's the reality.
but
And it
yes,
has happened to me. Somebody didn't want to get on the lift because I was in the lift, and it didn't happen one time. But then when it hit me most is I remember I worked for a certain company. I won't mention names.
mm,
And when I just felt I wasn't happy and I wanted to leave. And
mm-hmm,
it happened to be I was the only person of color in that company. So, and I remember the manager telling my colleagues, she should know that she's black and we're just doing her a favor, huh? Giving her a job. I felt so bad. And I remember of a few, like I think like 2 weeks ago, I had a conversation with the owner of the company. He happens to call me so that we guys can work on a project, blah blah blah. So, and I told him, I think the guys you have in your office need a lot of exposure, and they just need to get some bullshit out of their head because
mm-hmm.
we are beyond that. I should
Sure.
believe we guys are beyond that. And he invited me to the office. And let me tell you, I didn't leave that stone unturned. I went to that manager again. I told her, listen, and listen to me carefully. Because I was like, there's nothing I have to lose, you know? Listen,
Yeah,
listen to
yeah.
me carefully. When you see any person out there, see them as a human being. You know,
Mm-hmm,
see us as people with brains to do work that really matches any other person, and don't really undermine anyone because of their color or anything. Huh?
mm,
Either way, I did choose to be, and even if I was given a choice to choose to be anyone else, I wouldn't.
mm-hmm.
I'm just happy just the same way I am. But it
Sure.
has happened to me on the train, on the tram, in restaurants, in the office, in the lifts. But it reached a point, at some point, I now call it off. If I see bullshit, some racism bullshit, Aki, I call it out. ASAP, asiwachi. Nowadays, I just don't leave them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it hurts and it cuts so deep.
Sure, sure. And I
It
agree
really
with
cuts
you.
so.
I agree with you actually, and like we are not made of fear to call these
Yeah,
things out. The
yeah.
only thing is we also look at the what legal consequences can it have.
Oh,
So
oh,
we just don't have to provoke them.
yeah,
we
it's
just
true.
we just have to wait until the time is ripe, and when you see it is now evidently true that
Yeah,
someone is trying to sideline you because of your color
yeah.
or
They're
something
pulling
else,
a racist skirt.
or even because of your gender, like whatever we could see circulating on the internet, as far
Mm-hmm,
as the blacks are concerned, or on the borders of Ukraine, when
mm-hmm.
people were escaping. Now that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
really worthy to be called off,
yeah.
because
It's
for
true.
sure, if the authorities will say that it is only ladies who are permitted to enter the trains,
Mm-hmm.
and you come to a point whereby you cannot allow our black girls
Yeah,
and ladies to enter the
yeah,
train,
mm,
yet you have said it is ladies.
yeah,
Don't you want to tell us that they are such a different kind of ladies?
yeah,
No.
yeah,
At that point, we will call it out with the strongest and loudest voices possible.
yeah. It's true.
But here, I
Mm-hmm.
cannot force someone to sit next to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe they are still
they want to
uh,
stand.
okay. Yeah, I will understand. Surely, I will understand. For real. This the
Yeah,
message that everyone else is understanding around here.
yeah,
But
uh,
unless you point it out, and I
yeah,
feel irritated, or you do something like, things like spitting, or some gestures, or just
yeah.
some, you can talk like when we come here, or when you go to a new place,
Mm-hmm.
you learn these basic words like I know, I
Yeah.
know a black color here means fekete. So
Yeah.
if you ever hear someone using the word fekete around you, then you are like, what is it with black? What is it with black? I'm black. Am I wearing black? Something like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
perhaps they may think they want to talk in their own language, but they may
Mm-hmm.
find us understanding some few words
Mm-hmm.
that we may find them offensive. And then
Yeah.
if we understand such kind of a thing, we will call it off,
Mm-hmm.
and they won't like it. But I thank the people around here. Even if they do it, they do it cold war, like a cold war, you know. No one wants
Silently.
any problem. Silently, silent moves, you know. But
Yeah.
I think one thing I have to applaud the government here is very strict on issues about racism.
Oh, I love that.
Actually, you can be easily prosecuted and sent to jail with no time.
I love that.
And that is what makes Hungarians so nice
Yeah.
people. They are welcoming, hospitable people, and you find the issues of racism. No, yeah, someone will play it cool, will play it
Yeah.
so silently because they fear the stern actions that the government will take against them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because we are made
Mm.
of black and we are Africans and we are
Yeah.
like they call it back home, we are made of steel. We are
We are
made
tough.
we are tough. We are meant to endure all these things. We don't
Yeah.
care, you know, we
We are
don't care. You look at me, you don't look at me. Some other times we enter the trams and the trains and you are like, am I a statue? Someone
yeah.
is just looking at you and then
Looking
you are
at
like,
you.
oh my
Yeah.
God, what is really, you know, you
Yeah.
tell you tell some other people get the courage to ask you, where are you from? You tell
Yeah.
them I'm from Africa. They are like,
Mhm.
is Africa one country? You are like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Africa being the second largest continent in the world, which kind of
Imagine.
curriculum do you study in school? How can you ever ask me whether Africa is one country?
Yeah.
So you just see the negligence and the
Yeah.
ignorance. In our curriculum, we are ever studying about Europe, we are ever studying
Yeah.
about Asia, we are ever studying about the world.
Mhm.
Even I remember some other times when we were studying about Africa, we were even being forced to know the each capital city of each country.
Yeah. I remember that too.
But you come to this area and they are like, to where, which world have you come from?
They don't
How?
care.
They don't, even they are wondering,
Yeah.
people like you, where do they exist in this world?
Let me
From which universe? And then you
let
are
me
like,
cut you short. Somebody really asked me, where is Wakanda? I was like,
mhm,
wait, I thought you're mature enough to know that Wakanda is hypothetical, you know? So I kept answering that question until it reached a point I was like, okay, the same with is Africa a country and what have you.
mhm,
And then I was like, okay, Wakanda is in Kenya. We guys, because I'm now tired of answering
sure.
this question because I'm like, you can Google and see if Wakanda exists.
Mhm,
It doesn't.
mhm.
It's just hypothetical. But then people are still, I don't want to, I don't know. I don't want to use the word they don't care, or I don't want to use the word stupid. No, it's not stupid. But I just think they just don't care. You know, it's like we guys make it our business to know their business, well, they don't
Yes,
take any initiative to know our business.
sure,
That's how I
sure.
feel. Yeah,
And it is such an awkward feeling. It is
yeah,
awful.
yeah,
So these are the uncertainties, the doubts, the rejection phases, you
mm,
know. And also you start feeling that loneliness because you've landed.
yeah,
Perhaps in the few days of arriving in this country, you were keeping in touch with the group that you came with.
yeah.
But then, in a few time, everyone gets busy.
Easy, yeah,
And
exactly.
and many of the Kenyans, once we arrive here, we go to different cities.
Mm-hmm,
Others we never meet because, for
mm-hmm,
example, for me, I came to the capital city,
mm-hmm.
and others went to other different cities across
Yeah,
this country.
yeah,
And everyone is battling their own problems. I
yeah,
cannot imagine. I cannot imagine what they might be going through on the other
yeah,
cities because
yeah.
at least here,
It's the
people
capital.
speak. It is the capital. It is full of internationals.
Yeah,
Once you go up country, it is purely natives, and
It's
then you
tough.
are in you are in for a tough moment.
Yeah. Yes, I can relate.
It is not easy. I'm like,
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I'm Zungu coming to Kenya and then goes to the up country.
Western. Danny. Danny.
Kiswahili mother tongue, and then this person is really in a tough moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is all about culture shocks. Then you
Mhm.
come to this point of adapting now.
Mhm.
Like you used to be told, survival for the fittest. Now you have
Yeah.
to maneuver your way. Now you have to
Yeah.
understand. Like
Yeah.
you have to start teaching yourself some small words, greetings like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And first, before you even make such a move, you have to find who else reasons like you, who else resonates with your ideology.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You feel like now we start grouping together like Africans. If I see
Yeah.
an African, and actually it happens, right?
Yeah.
And
It
most
happens.
oftenly here,
Mm. Mm.
whenever a black meets a black,
You don't
they
care where
nod,
they come from.
they nod for each other. They
Yeah.
exchange the gestures. They greet each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
We understand we are foreigners.
Yeah.
So, and it doesn't matter. Whatever can befall me can befall you too.
It's true.
So we have to acknowledge that, I have seen you, you've seen me, and
Yeah.
we proceed.
Yeah.
So first, in this kind of adaptation, we come together. Like for example, here, wherever I am, we had to come together as Kenyans. I come to find, there is another Kenyan here who is ahead of me in studies.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
another Kenyan who we came with in the same year. And now
Yeah.
we start grouping together, at least to have that home feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
To drive away that loneliness,
Yeah.
to
Sure.
feel like, wow, there are
Yeah.
people who resonate well with me here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at least you can talk Swahili and release this
Yeah.
whole pressure of talking English with
English.
even
Yeah.
and explaining stuff to people who don't understand.
Yeah. It's true.
And now that now helps you now again to
Mm.
maneuver your ways into the culture of this
Yeah.
area
Yeah.
easily.
Easily. Yeah. It's true.
And again, also, you will share your experiences.
Mhm.
Perhaps I am not used back in Kenya to see people kissing openly.
Yeah. But it's a
Here,
thing.
here is a thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't want again now to look like I'm the statue,
Yeah.
or they are the scarecrows. So
You have to mind your own business
I
and
have to mind my
move
own
free.
business, but for sure,
Yeah.
it is
French.
really a thing. It is a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So in our country, we have had scenarios. It is in the public domain that even miniskirts, there are times that the society could not accept. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
people could even be stripped naked, which is a
Yeah.
bad thing and very awful. We have to condemn such kind of acts, and they
Yeah.
never have
Yeah.
to happen.
Yeah.
But it tells you what kind of mentality is in the society back there.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
You come here, you are like, is this person naked,
Mm-hmm.
or is it just like that?
Oh, what is just not happening?
What
Is she
is,
okay?
you know, and in this process of adapting, you have to come together as people from the same area that you have
Yeah.
found, the family that you have got, and
Yeah.
then you share how these experiences. You are like, hey man,
Mm-hmm.
tell me how we are going to survive this kind of an environment.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to get used to.
Yeah. Exactly. Adapting.
Adapting is the key.
Yeah.
As a man also, you want to make moves on some
Yeah.
beautiful things that you see around.
Yeah.
Beautiful ladies, you may
Yeah.
need to make a move, and
Yeah.
you prepare yourself well, you get ready,
Then
you
inferiority
go
complex hits it.
you go and you go and try out, and then the unexpected happens, and then you are back to default zero setting.
I'm not laughing at. I'm just laughing.
No, this. are the
Yeah.
realities. You are
Yeah,
like,
it's really true.
you are like, hey,
Yeah.
where did I get it wrong? And
Yeah.
these are the things you have to come in terms with.
Yeah.
I honestly one thing I have learned with these people over here. I think it is Europeans or the white people.
Mm-hmm.
They are very honest, by the way, about their
Yeah.
feelings.
Yes.
That
Yes.
person will tell you on
Yes.
point.
Woo!
They are not beating
No
around the bush.
beating.
No,
No
no,
beating.
no. That
Yeah.
person will tell you on, and then we compare with our where we have come from.
And then they don't
Oh my
sugarcoat.
goodness.
No
They don't
sugarcoat.
sugarcoat. No, 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 they don't.
Yeah.
Like I was telling another friend of mine,
Mm.
here, if I ask you, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
I will get the honest answer as it
Yeah.
is.
I have headache. I'm not feeling well.
Sure, all these
Yeah.
answers will come along.
Yeah.
In Kenya or in our society, it's like we have adopted a recited, like we recite the greetings. How are you? I'm fine.
Fine.
Everything, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Someone is sick, I'm fine. Someone is
Fine.
tired, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
are like, but here they will tell you, I'm not fine. I have
Yeah.
this and this. Even
Yeah.
someone when they simple stress, they are
Yeah.
telling it out.
Sure. Sure.
Or I have a lot to do, so I'm feeling my head is not right. I'm not. Oh my God, I'm sleepy. Then you are like, oh my God, all these details from where? If if you approach a lady and she has a boyfriend, she will tell you right there,
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
then, I
Yeah.
have a
Not
boyfriend.
tomorrow.
Not
Period.
tomorrow, and
Yeah.
not about take my number, we will talk later, I'll explain.
Oh, no,
No,
no, no, no.
there by then.
Yeah, sure. And it's a good thing, I think.
It's
It's a
a
good
good
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. So these
Yeah.
are the adaptations that you have to come in terms with.
Yeah.
You have to know how to live with people around.
Yeah.
In our society,
Mhm.
sorry is not something that easily comes out of our
It does.
mouths,
It doesn't.
especially from we men. For a
Yeah.
man in our society to say sorry,
Mm.
if you
Takes
ask
some
the
strength.
Christians, will tell you it needs God's grace. But here it is,
Yeah.
even when someone thinks like they have blocked your way or
Mhm.
they have done something that they don't maybe understand how it could have translated in you,
Mm. Mhm.
they will say sorry. They are quick to apologize.
Yeah.
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 And then you are like, wow,
Yeah.
I did not even realize it. But that one is
Yeah.
like, ah. So
Yeah.
you start being integrated to this kind of society.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you come to find, okay, what are the meals that I will have to be eating, for
Mm.
example, right here, because even if I
Yeah.
want githeri, I cannot find
You
it
can't
here.
find it. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have to shift. And
Yeah.
if I don't like spaghetti, maybe it is time I start liking it. If I don't
Yeah.
like chicken, it is time I start liking it.
Yeah.
They say if you go to Rome, behave like Romans.
Do what Romans do. Yeah.
Do what Romans do.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
kind of adaptation, again, I have said, as I have said, it becomes easy when you find at least you have a family of the
Yeah.
people you resonate together.
Yeah.
And also, religions are
Mhm.
such a quite an issue.
Yeah.
I come here as a Christian, I am
Mhm.
meeting the world whereby everybody believes their own things.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So I cannot clearly start declaring my faith or downsizing other people's religions and
Yeah.
faiths and beliefs.
Yeah.
So it cuts across. I
Mhm.
have to, we have to tolerate each other.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. Sure.
And wherever we are making discussions, even if we are making contributions, even in class
Mhm.
or in group works,
Mhm.
we have to take into account that we are having people cutting across every religion,
Sure. Sure. So you have to be
including.
really sensitive.
Yes, yes, yes. You have to be very sensitive because you never
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
whatever you are saying, who it will hurt.
Mhm. Sure.
So you see, all these kind of adaptations, they build
Mhm.
you into another new person in a new environment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you find like even the things change. Even when you are approaching issues, or
Mm-hmm.
addressing issues, responding to issues,
Mm-hmm.
things are definitely to change,
Yeah, the perspective
and
is really different.
it is really different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's
And
do this,
then
Abel. Sorry. I'll
yeah,
just cut you short. Let's end this
okay,
broadcast and then we get on to another one. Yeah, I hope you
okay.
don't mind. Okay.